Hey love, so it's me and my daughters again, and we are going to do another hair tutorial. This one is also from Miss Bai, and this is their curly bob lace front. It does have 3 combs in the front, as Tati is showing you right here, and in the back there is a comb and long with an adjustable strap. So this unit is really curly. It's like kind of like a loose wave, and I'm just going to go ahead and braid Tati's front perimeter of her hair. I'm going to braid her entire hair up in just some small cornrows, so that way the wig can lay super flat. In case you guys are not aware, Tati did do a video on her latest big chop, so you can find that video on my YouTube channel. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the stocking cap on. We're not going to be using any glue or tape, anything like that, to adhere this wig. We're just going to do it the old-fashioned way, or not the old-fashioned way, but just without. So you first want to make sure the straps are nicely adjusted, so that way the wig can sit flat and just like really close to your head. And if it's not bleached, you can use some of your pressed powder like you see me doing here, and just use a really dense brush and kind of like put that pressed powder that you use in your face also on the inside of the lace. That way it'll camouflage any type of knots and also make it look really natural. So that is what I'm doing here, and I'm also going to be spraying some of my favorite Pump It Up hairspray on the unit, so that way it does stay on, meaning the pressed powder stays on. So as you guys see, I am going ahead and just applying that wig to her head, and like I said, it is a lace front, so there are combs all around the unit, and it's just super easy to wear. Now, as you guys see here, a lot of times ear tabs are really long on a lot of us, and the ear tabs kind of like flap, they go down too far. Nobody wants to actually glue or tape those ear tabs down, so I just cut them away, especially if it's a wig that I'm going to keep. I just cut them away so that way I don't worry about those ear tabs in the way and just flapping all over the place. Hey, I don't have sideburns. I think they're called more or less like sideburns. And I'm just going to do that on both sides. So you want to make sure, if that's what you're going to do, don't cut it too short. It's always best to cut less, so that way if it is too much, you can still just trim away a little bit at a time. So I'm also going to be using some of my Lotta Body wrapping mousse. It's more or less, I kind of use it like styling mousse, because I'm just trying to get the hairs in the front of her hairline wet, because I don't want to wet the entire baby hairs with gel. I mean, it just would make too much of the hair sticky and stiff, and I don't want to just saturate her hair down with hair gel. So I'm just going to take some of the baby hairs in the front hair perimeter, and I'm just going to kind of like dampen it with the styling mousse, and that's when I'm going to go ahead and cut into the baby hairs, because they were kind of extra long and we really don't want them that long. You try to get your wig to look as natural as possible. So I did try this Got To Be clear gel out. I have both the yellow and the black bottle, and honestly it just doesn't dry as fast. I think it's just a little bit too wet, the clear. To me, I just don't think they're the same, so I'd rather prefer using the white, but that gets kind of flaky. So I just went into my Pump It Up hairspray and sprayed some of that on the brush along with some on her hair. This hairspray is super strong. Like I said, it is one of my favorites between this and Aussie. I love them both because, trust me, ladies, I will just spray the Pump It Up on my hairline and the wig is tight, like not moving at all. I did go ahead and use my Gorilla Snot Gel, because that one is already thick and it dries a lot faster than the Got To Be, and it doesn't flake up, so I like the holds on it just as well, you know what I mean? But if you put a little bit of this and a little bit of that Got To Be, hunties, your wig will be like tight. I've had all of my wigs that I've sprayed with the Got To Be on my hairline, and they were stuck to my skin. I didn't have any gel, just the hairspray alone, and that's great, and that's it. So I'm just going to go ahead and situate her baby hairs right here and just brush them down and kind of like brush them up into the wig, because we don't really want too much baby hairs. Like, too much is just too much, so less is still a little bit too much. So I try to make it look as natural as possible when it comes to baby hairs, because you just don't need them all over the place, but you want to help camouflage the wig. So as for the unit, I do believe it's about 150% density, and it is, I think, 14 inches in length, 14 or 12 inches in length. I do believe it's like 14 inches, and it does come with a middle part, but I went ahead and put in a right part for her. I did tweeze a little bit of it because the knots might have been just a little bit dense than normal. and we didn't cut it, but this wig is actually straight out the box, meaning I just took it out the box today and just styled it. So I am going to put a little bit of my own like touch onto the unit. Like I said, it is like a loose wave wig, but it does need a little bit of oomph in it. So I'm going to take one of my barrel curlers, which is my favorite. You guys see me use this all the time, and I'm just going to take the smallest barrel, which is very tiny, and I'm just going to curl little bits and pieces of the unit, so that way it's popping. It doesn't look like it's just laid there. Tati actually does like this one a lot. She also likes the first one that she did get as well from Miss Buy, which we did a few weeks ago, and that one was a lot longer, and it was a loose wave. I think it was a 360, and she loved it as well. But she loves this one also because it's not as long, so it's less maintenance, and this is something, and I think it's also because it's a little bit more fuller. So yeah, she really does like this one a lot. You can just wash it and it'll curl right up. So if you're wondering, does it curl right up after you wash it? It definitely does. If you want more volume, you can always hang it upside down to dry, and you'll get even more volume. So all I'm doing now is just wrapping the hair around the barrel really quick, and not just holding it on for like a couple of seconds. You don't want the curls too tight because the unit is like a loose wave. So I just wrap it around. I probably hold it on for like 1 or 2 seconds, and then I'll just remove it really quickly. Miss Buy does have some super affordable lace front wigs, so you may just want to stop on through and check them out. There's always a coupon code in the description box for Miss Buy, so make sure you check that out. The unit was really affordable. They do have some really great packaging. You do get like some amenities, cute little freebies and gifts and such. Now, just to make the lace blend in just seamlessly, I'm just going to use some of her pressed powder around the edges, just so that way it just blended in and everything just goes together, you know, just perfectly. Tati is something else when it comes to just blow drying her hair and such. Like, Tati is a real work of art. She really doesn't like too much heat on her skin or her scalp, and that just makes my job a little bit harder. But I will tell you this, she's so much fun to work with, and I'm so glad that she allows me just to style her hair and just, you know, put the wigs on her, because it's fun for her, fun for me, and she gets to keep the wigs. So I think that's like the great part about it. So you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video with me and my daughter. Once again, make sure you check her other one out. Make sure you check missbuy.com out. I'll post all of the information for this unit in the description box below. And on that note, stay tuned for the remaining video or the ending, because there are some funny bloopers at the end as well.
The slayage has been done by the OG Wig Slayer right here. Okay, subscribe, follow her on her Instagram, all her social media. Support.
Oh, you better not. You're melting my scalp. You're fucking it up, my video. Burned. Come on, stop. Burned. You are the worst. Oh my God, you're putting me up. I'm sorry I'm burning you, but you'll be dirt for a minute. No. You'll be alright. No.
We'll do that in a salon.
Let me hear this one. Oh my God. Ew, your face is horrible. Could you move up some?
You know, I haven't been seeing much love today.
It's like he like proceeds with the love, and it's like pimp slaps me too.
Get out of my video.
Go. With your black face.